I just gained admission into one of the top 5 universities in Canada. Yes, guys, let me go shower, then we'll come talk about what happened and how I went about it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You already know who I am. It's your girl Aryma. If you're new to my channel, please do not make this the last time of seeing this face by clicking on the subscribe button. But if you're an OD, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm quite sure you're seeing the excitement in my face right now, but this excitement is not complete until I'm on the other side, my real country. Anyways, if you're seeing this video now, it means that I'm already in Canada, right? But I'm making this video on the 5th of April 2022. I just got my admission on the I'm making this video on the 15th of April 2022. I got my admission letter yesterday, last night, around 11 p.m. on the 14th of April 2022, and I just couldn't help but when I got the letter, right, I was literally crying, not because I was doubting myself, but because I was just so pleased at what God did. Seriously, I know I came out with the first class, a 4.6 CGPA, right? That was my cumulative result for my undergraduate program here in Nigeria. But that aside, I know I applied for a school before, and because their intake for the session was like 20 or less, or I think within the range of 20 to 50, that was the intake. They're like worldwide applicants, they're only taking that amount, so I wasn't given the admission, although I was qualified. But that aside though, yes guys, I got admitted. I got the admission. It's a plus for me, and I'm pretty excited. If I tell you I'm not excited, then I'm lying and I'm joking to you. I just have to start up a lot of other stuff like right now, like processing for my study permit, that's the visa stuff, and it's gonna be like part of my biggest prayer point right now to get my visa approved. Hold on. Yeah guys, welcome back. Sorry, I didn't really take too long. I went to like open the gate for the other person in the house anyways. So guys, yeah, so on receiving doing the admission process, it was quite tough. Like applying to Canada is like the hardest thing you will ever do. If you're considering coming to Canada, you have to prepare your mind though. Seriously, you have to prepare your mind towards the whole application process. I, on the other hand, I'm the kind of person that loves researching, so I'd rather do the research myself than have someone do it for me, because I like to be carried along the whole process, right? So yeah, so the first time was, I think last year 2021, I applied to the first university. Although the crazy thing is that my cousin actually told me to apply to this school, right? But I was looking for I don't even know what happened, but I found myself applying to another school, which was last year 2021. But I submitted my application like literally very late. That was like a day to the deadline. That was when I submitted my application because of transcripts. And transcript in Nigeria, applying for transcript in Nigeria is like the craziest thing you ever think of, because the way they process transcript is like they are sleeping on it. Gosh, it took them like months, because I applied for my transcript really early, like 3 months before the deadline, right? So I applied for my transcript 3 months before the deadline, but I got my transcript on a day before the deadline. That was when I finished my application. And I wasn't surprised that I didn't get in, but anyway, that God will have it. His grace is always sufficient for us, and He will always do things according to His own will, right? That's my own prayer point, that His own will should be done in my life. So yeah, so after submitting my application a day before the deadline, I was actually just waiting for their admission process, like the admission letter. Now on the I think on the 26th of February, I got their letter saying I wasn't accepted into the school, even as a first class graduate with a 4.6 CGPA, right? I still wasn't accepted. Then I sent a mail to them. I was like, okay, what was the reason why I wasn't eligible for the admission. They said because they had limited space, over thousands of applicants that came in, they only had to take about 20 to I think about 30 or thereabouts of applicants, that students, and that was the reason. So I wasn't qualified for that one. So on the 26th, when I got that mail, I went back and checked the deadline for the school my cousin told me to apply, which was this school that recently gave me admission. So I went and checked and found out that the deadline for application was on the 28th of February 2022. Knowing fully well that February had 28 days, right, which was the last day of the month. That was the deadline. At most March 1st. At most March 1st. So I was like, and I only have limited days. Then I went to the portal, application portal, and I started making application, submitted all the required documents, because as at then I already had my transcript, so it wasn't a problem for me to apply so fast. You understand? It was still towards the end, the deadline day, and then I was asking myself, why am I always applying around the deadline days? So I actually quickly applied. When it was time to pay for the application fee, the first one I paid for the application fee myself, and I used my debit card to pay for the application fee. That's my regular ATM, right? When it was time to pay for application fee for the second school, I realized that I tried making payment online the first time, but the transaction was declined. I tried the second time again, the transaction was declined. It was then I went through the whole process of making payment, and I realized that the only accepted card was a credit card, either credit, Visa or MasterCard. And you will all know that credit card is not a common thing here in Nigeria now. It is really scarce. It is not as common as the debit card we all make use of here in Nigeria. At that point, I was like, God, where am I going to get a credit card? I started making calls. Not like I made calls. I just posted on my WhatsApp story. Does anyone have a credit card? It's pretty urgent. Nobody replied my message. I just ignored. Like, even the people that replied to me, they're just calling to know what do you want to use credit card for. I don't know. I went to the bank the following day to go see how possible it would be for me to get a credit card. On getting to the bank, it was quite shocking that to get a credit card, you have to there are a lot of procedures, and it will either take like 2 weeks or more. Let's just say approximately like a month to get everything done. And I'm like, a month, even if it's 2 weeks, then the application is gone because the deadline is like in a day time. Do you understand? So I'm like, well, then what's the point? Then a good Samaritan I met at the bank was like, go apply. Can you just go ask the lady at the other table? I'm pretty sure she will have a credit card. So on getting to the table, I didn't really tell the lady that somebody said you have a credit card. I just met her. I'm like, ma, I'm really in need of a credit card. I don't know how possible it will be for me to, and how fast it will be for me to get a credit card from the bank, because my application deadline is tomorrow and I really need to make payment for my application fee, and without it, I will not be considered. So the woman told me the whole criteria, all that's involved, the same 2 weeks thing. I'm like, okay, thank you. Even if I have to apply for in 2 weeks time, it will be over, and then there's no point. I won't be needing it anymore. So I turned my back and was already heading home. Then she called Oyibo. Then I came. She's like, she has a credit card, that if she makes use of her credit card, then I'll pay her the equivalent in naira. God, then it was just then that I was like, God, your grace alone is sufficient for me. His grace alone is really sufficient for me. So I actually made the payment with her card, and then I sent the equivalent in naira. When that was done, I just went home and was waiting on God for the end result of this particular application, knowing fully well that their own application process takes like 2 months. So I had to wait from that February till April, which was yesterday, because I got it yesterday, right? I had to wait from February till today, which was how many weeks? More like 6 weeks or more, if I'm not mistaken. So that was literally the whole thing that happened within the application process. Then while waiting, I got a mail from them in the month of March. I got a mail from them in the month of March saying that I didn't submit my English letter of proficiency. And I'm like, from my research, it was said that Nigerians are exempted from submitting English letter of proficiency. it was then they sent me another link saying that my school is not in the exempted schools from Nigeria. Do you understand? It's one thing that you are from Nigeria and you are exempted from submitting an English proficiency. It's another thing that your school is or will not be in the number of schools. I'm very sorry, the neighbors' children, they are crying, but I really hope you're hearing me, right? So it's another thing that your school is also in the exempted list of schools from Nigeria, but my school wasn't in. So they told me to get English proficiency letter from my school registrar, and that was what I did, and I got it. Luckily, thanks to my uncle, and I was able to submit it the following day. And yeah, I waited from then till I got the mail yesterday. Guys, I am super excited. Like, if you check my heart right now, you see that I will sing of the goodness of God from the moment that I wake up till I lay my head down. I'm telling you, you will see the joy in my heart. Like, I really know deep down that this God, he never leaves me, he never forsakes me. And a lot of people might actually be thinking that it's just a normal thing, but it's not easy. It's not easy, but if you set your mind to it, you'll be able to do it. That's just it. So now I'm actually 40% done, so the remaining 60% is what's left. And yeah, hopefully by September, that's when the section is starting. Hopefully by September, everything is just in God's hands. Let's see how everything goes, and to the glory of God, I will always give thanks when the time is right. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm just sharing with you guys my joyful moment right now and expressing how I feel right now getting the admission from the university. Yes guys, if you enjoyed this video and you want to continue to see the process, like when I got my visa approved, by the grace of God, yes I will, and when I'm traveling, please, you might want to subscribe to this channel. As for now guys, bye guys.